Hi, welcome to Game Changers on the Robert Space Industries channel. Sitting here with me is Chris Taylor, Total Annihilation, Dungeon Siege, and also some really cool stuff back in the EA days. 4D boxing was pretty awesome. So Chris is joining me here today from Seattle, and I thought it would be nice to chat with him. Chris and I both were at EA, and then also when I had Digital Anvil and we were making Freelancer and Starlancer with Microsoft. Chris did Dungeon Siege, and in fact I think I actually told you that Microsoft were good people to work with and helped recruit you to be published by Microsoft in the early days.
That's exactly right. So Ed Freeze.
You may or may not hate me for that, but I don't know.
You know what? I still think it was the right decision. Ed told me to call you. You said nice things, and they turned out to actually be a great partner to work with back then. We got our company started, and we learned lots of lessons. They have wonderful PR people and did a great job with the game. And you know, things evolved, things changed, right? So the console, the first Xbox came along, and the focus shifted from PC gaming to console gaming, which I was kind of sad about because, of course, I've been a PC gamer not only as a gamer but as a game developer,
right, throughout
the whole period of time, and still am. So here we are today, right? PC gamers through and through.
We are. Well, and everyone out here in the Star Citizen universe back to PC game, and so I think we're here with the congregation, so to speak.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to be home. We were at a trade show. And this is back when you were in the top of your game, and I remember you had your leather, your brown flight,
your Wing Commander flight jacket
on, and I was standing there behind you, and I was thinking, oh my God, I'm standing behind Chris Roberts, and you didn't know me from Adam because I was just an EA developer. I was just up in Canada there working on, probably triple play baseball or something, right? And you were polite, you were nice, you didn't blow me off, you chatted with me. It's hard, right, when a stranger walks up to you at a trade show, but that was 20 years ago. You know how many people, you're kidding, but call me Chris Roberts.
Really?
They introduce me, they'll say, oh, and Chris Roberts is here, and I go, I have to correct them. Do you ever get called Chris Taylor?
No. I don't think anyone can mistake me for you, though. I mean, you're like larger than life.
But I'm curious to know, from your experience, what that one thing is that's just made you go, wow, this is fabulous. I love what our business, has become.
The thing that's wonderful about the crowdfunding side of it is you are connected to the people that love the kind of game. They're like you, right? I mean, I make the game that I want to play. I know that you make the game that you want to play. And I think that's kind of why we were successful in the games we've made in the past, is it just happens that a lot of other people like to play the same kind of games that we like to play. But you're connected with those people, and yeah, I mean, it just feels good. I mean, that's because and you don't have to wait 3 years before you find out or get that sort of connection. Because I mean, that's the old model, was you spent 3 years working or 2 years working on a game, and then you would put it in the box, and it would go to the stores, and hopefully people liked it, and then there would be a little bit of sort of time where you sort of felt like people appreciated the work you did, but you weren't really connected to them in a live basis. It was sort of, it was delayed, and so for me, this way, it's like you're connected to them right away, and you're hearing their feedback and their excitement, and I think it's incredibly invigorating for me. It's invigorating for the team. I know that they really enjoy that. It feels like you're doing something right now that other people care about every single second of the day, and that for me is the most sort of fun and fulfilling part of it.
So we've pulled the consumers or the gamers, the fans, the backers, into the process, the creative process on some level. But first of all, we brought them in as business partners. They're part of our business. They're part of what makes the business work. But they're also part of the creative process. Like if you're, I'm hearing this, right? Like if you have a question and you don't know whether to do A or B, but they're both great ideas, but you kind of got to pick. You can ask them.
Well, you can't. No, actually, that's actually one of the, one of my recommendations, and I know you have your own site, which is good. I mean, that was one of the things that was good. We have our own sort of site for the game, and we can run polls and everything, and it's really useful because there's a lot of times as a designer, yes, we've got a vision, and but there'll be times where you can go left or right, and I'll be going, I think they're both kind of valid, and typically in those situations. In the old days, I would sort of like canvas the team and canvass some people I knew and sort of kind of get a feel of which way they want. But in the case now, when you've directly connected to your community, yeah, you know, put a poll out there and say, you know, what is important to you? Do you want to do this or do you want to do that? You are going to get back to your PC roots and do something fun and innovative, and the new way, the crowdfunding, Kickstarter, directly connecting with your fans. Do you want to talk anything about that?
Yeah, well, by this time, right, when folks are, you know, watching this video, our Wildman campaign should be in full swing. What Wildman is, it's a combination between the things we really love about Dungeon Siege, action RPG genre, where you've got an overland adventure, you've got a hero, you can find weapons and develop skills and grow your character, persistent character, and then you get into this part of the game which I call the war zone. And the war zone is when we get to bring in the stuff we love about RTS, where you can build a barrack or you can build a siege workshop, where you can play the best parts of an RTS and be building units and fighting in a war against your opponent who also has a hero. So it's cool because let's say you're playing and you want to balance your army with ranged and some magic and some siege weapons and so forth, where someone else might want to min-max it and build like all ranged weapons or all melee characters, and kind of find a weakness in your defense with the way they mix up their sort of the way they, like if I was playing an RTS game.
Yeah, so like the classic rock paper scissors design that you've done many times.
Is he going to be a turtler? If he's going to turtle, I'm going to build siege, right? And you start to make those kinds of decisions. Because, you know, action RPG's been around a while, and we've done a bunch, you know, with Dungeon Siege. And, you know, Overland Adventure, Dungeons, it's sort of a lot of the same, but we think we can really break up the gameplay and do something exciting and different. And that's why I'm in this business. To do interesting, exciting, arguably risky things that people have never done before.
Where would I go if I'm someone that says, hey, what Chris is talking about sounds really cool, I want to find out more, I want to possibly back it, where should I go?
You can go to wildmangame.com. If you want to go straight to our website to learn more, you can go to Kickstarter and find it there. And of course, Gas Powered Games or gaspower.com will have links to it as well.
All right, well, Chris, thanks for joining us here on Game Changers.
My pleasure as always.
I'm looking forward to playing your game when it's done.